Can you give us a brief introduction about yourselves and what is Deep Profits?
Yeah, for sure. My name is Xcode. I'm the founder of Deep Profits. I am a crypto entrepreneur, enthusiast, and dad gamer. And I have one of our officers with me, Mobius, and he's going to introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Mobius. I've actually been dabbling in crypto since about 2009. So you guys know the guy who spent 10,000 bitcoins on a pizza? Yeah, thankfully that wasn't me.
Oh.
So,
Oh man,
but
nice.
yeah. So, anyways, yeah, just to talk a little bit about Deep Profits. So, first of all, thank you for allowing us the opportunity to showcase Deep Profits and its members.
No problem. My pleasure.
So we are a relatively small to medium DAC. We're not large by any means. We are slowly growing, and we're open to recruiting to MA. So those are two big things that we like to promote within Deep Profits as well. We're comprised of mature and professional members, and we strive to create a safe and family-friendly environment. So any of you that have some younger ones, maybe a little bit down the future, and Star Atlas is still around, and you want to pass the torch to them, we'll be hopefully here for a couple generations. So if you're new or even an experienced person in the crypto space, what we do is we aim to focus on the individual profitability and teaching people about the risk management to DeFi and crypto in general.
That is great. That is great. Thanks for sharing. So I know, guys, that you have been building as well, and you built the famous Fleet Pass. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure can. Yeah. So Fleet Pass, the beta program just launched. I'm sure some of you have seen it. The idea is that it's a guild asset visualization tool. We're leveraging the power of NFTs and blockchain to really dig in and organize each other's resources. So the idea behind the Fleet Pass is that you put this Fleet Pass NFT into each of your guild members' wallets, and you navigate to our website at fleetpass.app, and you can see all of your starships plus the value of the Atlas and Polis in your members' wallets, all organized in a really cool dashboard where you can look at other guilds and you can compare and see what's in your fleet. The Fleet Pass helps you identify strengths and weaknesses in your guild and in other guilds. In the future, you'll be able to organize your scholarship accounts using these tokens. You can even use the data and the metrics to try and pursue strategic relationships with other guilds who maybe hold a significant amount of Polis, right? So you can search out people in your own faction who are aligned with your values and have Polis, and you can help push through political decisions by using Fleet Pass. One of the things I'm working on in the near future is making the data available to third parties and other developers, so that anybody who's enrolled in Fleet Pass, that data can be available to help you guys, other developers, build your own tools. We're currently working with the Alessio Research Group. They've listed our Fleet Pass holders in their ARG, and we're really excited to be partnering with them. Really quick, just wanted to say thanks to the Armana Group and the Equinox Starfleet for helping beta test. It's been a really cool couple weeks. We've nailed down a few major bugs, and the product is really working quite well and ready for adoption on a mass scale. So, yeah.
Thanks for building this, man. So how can someone apply to use the Fleet Pass, and also how can someone join your guild? Where are you listed? For the community, if you don't know, there have been two different websites built for guild recruitment. One built by Dodger from the Interstellar Alliance, and one built by the Atlesio Family Guild. you can find them pinned on guild chat, and you will be able to navigate through all the Star Atlas guilds there. So how can someone find Deep Profits, and how can they join?
Yeah, sure. So you can find us easily at deepprofits.org. If you want some third-party research, you can look at the Alessio Research Group paper at alessio.io. And if you want to join FleetPass, you can go to fleetpass.app. There's some links there to get you started now. You follow those to our Discord and introduce yourself. And there's a bit of back and forth between us while we mint your passes. And then we give them to you, and you distribute them to your guild members, and that's about it. So
that is really cool, man, and thanks for sharing. Don't know if you have something else to add, but you can drop the links in the town hall chat. And yeah, thanks for coming today, guys.
Awesome.
Excellent. Sorry, just to add one more point too that I kind of forgot to touch on is one of the other things we're basing ourselves on is being a group of artistry. So that's another thing Xcode did. He built us a nice Metaplex store. Where our artists internally can go and create NFTs, whether in the future you guys allow ship skins or anything like that could be built. I know Mr. Cryptolorian from our guild has been building or making some logos for other guild members. I've been building some animations personally for some Discord icon animations like we did for Interstellar Alliance. We have that well. And also our lead intel officer, Dean, has been doing a knockout job of grabbing and gathering intel within our Discord too. So some things to check out.
Great. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for coming today. Feel free to drop all the links in the town hall chat. And yeah, appreciate you very much for your time here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Santi. Thanks, guys.
So we also have Buddy from Tree here. Buddy, how are you?
I'm doing really well, Santi. Thanks for asking. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. So let's go straight into business. Tell us a little bit about Tree. What is Tree, and who are you, Bodhi, if you want to tell us as well.
Sure, yeah. So my name is Bodhi. I entered crypto in 2017 and then the metaverse in mid-2020. I started compounding gains over time and leasing NFTs to players all around the world. And now I'm growing Tree and pursuing Star Atlas full-time. Tree is a true community. We're a network of individuals working together as one. What makes us different than other guilds is we allow our community to actually vote for our leaders. Voting ensures that all leaders are going to be acting in the best interest of the guild and its members rather than serving their own agendas. Upholding these standards will create the strongest possible community and will provide the greatest financial benefit for all of our members that are involved. This creates equality where even those with the least amount of resources have the same power as those who have the most resources. Right now, the guild is building a website as well as recruiting new members. We will be across all three factions. Therefore, people are free to join regardless of which faction they choose. We have a diverse group of individuals from all around the world. Our members include PhD graduates, teachers, designers, programmers, web developers, investors, leaders, and much more. We are welcome to open-minded individuals who would like to join us in creating the next community on Earth.
Great, man. Great. So we also know that Tree has a huge fleet. Can you tell us some of the ships that you have?
Yeah, I guess most notably is I just purchased 13 C9s. I'm actually very humbled and excited to say that I have the largest fleet on the leaderboards currently. So Tree is kind of my way of giving back to the people who've helped me get this far.
Great, man, and congratulations. Congratulations. And
Thanks.
What made you decide to invest so large amounts inside Star Atlas?
Well, I take an intuitive approach to life, and I have a great feeling about Star Atlas and its future. And it's like that saying, when you know, you know. So that's the way I see it. When life gives you a gem, you take it and you don't let go.
That is a great answer, man. And thanks for sharing your thoughts here. Feel free as well to drop all the links to Tree in the town hall chat so people can join.
Will do. One more thing I'd like to add is anybody interested in finding our guild, they can see the link on my Discord bio or in the Atlassio resource as well as the guild chat. But more importantly, I just want to note that when Star Atlas is successful, most of the world is going to be within the metaverse, and it's important that we start now on governance and upholding the highest standards for our leaders so that in the future we have a better reality than we have today. So that's just the last thing I wanted to note. Thank you guys so much for being here, and welcome to Tree.
Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks, Santi. Have a good one, brother.
Thank you. So now let's jump into the start of the official Star Atlas Town Hall. We have Swagner here and also Pablo. How are you, Swagner?
Doing great, Santi. How are you, man? How was your week?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Having a lot of fun as always. And how are you, Pablo?
Hello, Santi. Hello, everyone. Doing fantastic. Happy to be here.
Okay, thanks for joining us today, Pablo. So we have a lot of updates to share today with you guys. And as always, thanks for joining today. Thanks to all the server boosters and to all the community members who are helping out there to build this great community that we are building. In a quick update for the Star Atlas Discord server is that you can now pick your faction in the Pick Your Faction channel. So you can go there and select your faction. I'm sure that everyone will be looking at what Swagner is going to pick there. So Swagner, feel free to pick your faction when you are decided. And we will see it in your name, so that will be huge.
I'm going to have to abstain on that, Santi. You know, we want to make sure that we maintain objectivity out there. We don't want to influence anybody's decisions. So rest assured, I have selected my faction and we are ready to play. But
Okay.
I'll be displaying it as a badge.
Okay, nice. So what do you think, Swagner, if we jump straight into business right now? I know that Pablo also had some updates for us today. I don't know which one would like to start today.
We have a ton of updates, so yeah, let's get started. You know, as always, like to save plenty of time for the live Q&A section, but there's a ton of progress over the last 2 weeks, which was the last time we hosted a town hall. So it would be great to jump right in here. I don't know, Pablo, do you want to start with some updates and then I can follow up?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess we'll cover a quick little rendezvous around the revenue operations area. And we'll start off with none other than being in the news. You know, grab your news, read all about it. We've been on Business Insider, Bloomberg, Exam. You know, Michael had a hell of a quote inside of Business Insider. Was super exciting. I know it was behind a paywall, but I'm sure some of you hacked that or paid for it. I don't know. I don't endorse either or, but you know, it was really cool to see the CEO of Star Atlas really put out his face to the masses in one of the most notable publications out there. So yeah, great job, Michael. And then there was also an exciting one that came kind of recently, actually, on Bloomberg. You know, the club was everywhere with their purchase of $3 million and, you know, in-game assets for Star Atlas, which I think is fantastic to see how the guild ecosystem continues to grow rapidly. So it's been the biggest purchase by a guild to date. So very exciting, and congratulations to the club. And, you know, we can move on into all of the interviews that we've been executing across the world. Although we do them virtually and we can do them from anywhere, you know, we're speaking to people locally in their countries. And so we've touched India, Brazil, Turkey, Colombia, Mexico, just to name a few of the countries that we've been conducting interviews with. So, Daniel over at Brazil, the future of gaming with Jet Protocol, Busan, Korea, NFT AMA, Kay Manu, the Edge of NFT podcast, decentralized news live stream, altcoin buzz, and a lot that I might be missing. So it's been a big week and a half here of conducting a lot of interviews and answering a lot of the questions from the different private and public entities that want to know more about Star Atlas. I'll take us over to a little bit more of the events that we had and fly over to Portugal in Lisbon. We've come a long ways here as a Solana ecosystem unit, and it was really exciting to have our team be a part of the Solana Breakpoint conference. In general, the Solana Breakpoint conference was really, the ability for humans to connect face to face after such a long time and being restricted due to COVID. It was really exciting. I heard a lot of great news coming in from our team that was traveling out there. We had a presence in the dev area with a booth. A lot of traffic came through, a lot of engineers who were excited about Star Atlas and wanting to be a part of the team, along with a lot of investors. There's a big tidal wave of legacy or VCs that are interested in the Solana ecosystem, and more importantly, in what's happening in the gaming sector. And Star Atlas being at the forefront of the gaming sector on Solana, gave us a lot of exposure to these conversations and relationships that we were able to create. So that was really exciting. We also had two individuals that represented the Star Atlas metaverse at large. Of course, starting with our very own tech lead, Michael Liu, which, just slam dunked his panel. He did a fantastic job at expressing the core ethos of what it means to be a creator and a maker at Star Atlas. So hats off to Michael. And then also our very own friend and ambassador, Jason Silva, who, came in from very high above to land into a plethora of technology journey, taking us back in time, bringing us forth to the present, and then giving us a short little glimpse as to what it means to work with the technology that we have at Star Atlas. So it was really nice to have this balance of future and present. So thank you, Jason Silva and Michael Liu. A little bit on our strategic partnerships that we've been crafting. And this is a sneak peek into what's coming, but we have some really interesting stuff that we've been cultivating for some time now. And we'll soon be releasing more, but we're working on some new IP content with Audio Up. Audio Up is the leading entity right now in crafting movies for your ears. They're based out of LA, and they recently launched a podcast called, it was made for Stephen King's novel, Strawberry, I forget the second name, but it's won a lot of awards, and it was a top podcast. And so we're going to be working with them on something interesting coming up. Lid Protocol, which is a blockchain enhanced referral program. We have some programs that we will be releasing soon. And we were also part of a Busan NFT conference in Korea. Korea has been in the news lately for being at the forefront from a governmental standpoint on metaverses. And so Michael, the CEO of Star Atlas, he is going to be working directly with the government entities in Korea to begin our relationships with governments. And we're really excited that Korea is open-minded and wants to engage in these manners. Some other events that are right around the corner are Miami DecentralCon, NFT Basel, and then also a really cool event that we're going to be involved with and sponsoring with Abracadabra and FTX. So more on that coming up soon. Our ship sales, I'm not sure if we really want to go into the details, but it was really nice to see the split between USDC and Atlas. Total revenue that was generated there. I'll let Michael cover that slot. We did have a good pickup in new players that have joined factions, and so we've seen over 8,000 new players in the past few days. So since Tuesday. Which is bringing up the total number just a few hours ago to 42,159 new registered players. So that's a little bit about what's happening in revenue operations. We've had 2 new exciting hires as well, Director of Business Intelligence and Market Analysts. And just to kind of wrap things up, I'll wrap it up with the community, with the people that are here. You make this possible. We've had we broke 200,000 followers on Twitter. In the past 28 days, we're seeing over 11 million impressions, over 600,000 engagements, over 90,000 post link clicks that are going to our websites, that are going to Discord, over 3.1 Twitter profile visits. This is just in 28 days. We've had over 2 million views on YouTube, and our community in Discord is about to pop 100,000. So we're really, really excited about the continuous organic growth. We really haven't even begun to turn on the engine in marketing. We're just, kind of furthering understanding how everyone wants to digest the worlds that we're building. And so far, it seems like everyone around Star Atlas, both the ones that have been with us since the beginning and the newcomers, are getting it. Everyone's getting it. So just, thank you again for the continuous support. And that's a little bit about what's happening with Rev.
Thank you very much, Paulo, for sharing all the updates from the RevOps and marketing team with us. I'm sure that people will also love to hear about the updates that Michael has for us today. So, Michael, let me know if you are ready.
Yeah, I don't know where we find the time. There's clearly a lot of activity across marketing, comms, PR, relationships, strategic partnerships. Pablo just gave you the summary of all of those, but I just want to take a moment and step back and really thank the community. You guys all continue to be a driving force and motivator behind everything that we're doing at Star Atlas. This product that we're building is for you. It is our vision. It is our ethos that we will decentralize this over time and convert this product into a public utility with which you will all have the ability to directly influence, impact, create around, and build within. So thank you all just for the continued support, and it's great seeing everyone out here joining us in the Discord town hall. So with that, I'm just going to quickly run through some of the other departmental updates, starting with the engineering side. So one of the big releases with the asset sales during the Galactic Asset Offering this week was the addition of Atlas pairs. That went off relatively seamlessly. We did encounter one bug. This has been talked about, and we've made some announcements, but this was on the Pierce C9 inventory. Just as a quick summary for anyone that hasn't read any of those updates, this was essentially a data validation bug. So with the introduction of Atlas pairs and with the process that we use, which is a scripting process to list new assets to the DEX so that our team isn't manually adding inventory during the sale process, it is all automated. But with the addition of Atlas pairs, a bug was introduced we didn't detect until after the fact, and that was with respect to Pierce C9 specifically. We failed to mint and list 17 ships on the USDC market pair, and then there was another 35 ships that did not get listed to the Atlas pair. This was discovered relatively late in the evening. We took immediate steps to print those items and list those to the markets. I want to be perfectly clear. These were all in line with our sale wave pricing. So they all came out in wave 3 pricing. We made attempts to get the announcement out and information out as quickly as possible surrounding that. But, I hope you all just understand that this is very much emerging tech, and we're moving quickly, so things like this will arise from time to time, but we were able to get the full inventory out, and we were able to get that fixed within about 2 hours of discovering the issue, so shouldn't encounter that again going into the future. Beyond that, though, the marketplace itself, as well as the platform, play.staratlas.com, saw a number of UI improvements over the past 2 weeks. This included items such as image galleries for every one of the ship NFTs. So now you're able to view in full screen all of the concept art that's been created. Being more informative on the origination price and quantity of ships that came out during the Galactic asset offering. And we actually have many more UI improvements that are just currently in kind of final phases that you'll see come out as well. So the idea is to ensure that you all have all of the information necessary to make informed purchasing decisions for these assets going into the future. We do have kind of one, highly anticipated yet unfortunate piece of information update, and that's related to the target release date of Score. We have had to delay from November 18th, so that won't be released next week. We're looking at a target date of somewhere between December 9th and December 17th now with the updated information. Again, guys, this is really all about ensuring that we deliver the most polished, functional product to you when the time is appropriate. We are all as excited to start playing as you are, and we're very much excited about getting this feature out to you all so you can start earning with those NFTs that you've been buying. So hope you all can appreciate that. But the one thing that we do want to do is share a sneak peek of what the Score designs will look like. So I'm not sure when we're doing that, Santi, but we will drop the image of Score designs and kind of what that user interface is going to look like sometime during this call or shortly thereafter. Now, on the product
great,
front,
man. Thanks.
Yeah, of course. Now, on the product front, making huge progress, not only on the minigame concept, but really some of the most exciting development progress that we're seeing right now is in Unreal Engine. So these are updates directly from Danny himself. So looking through, you've heard us talk about the showroom. This is the initial module, the initial implementation of Unreal Engine, and the initial experience that you all will be able to participate in. We've mentioned this in the past. We're targeting sometime in Q1 next year that we'll release this as a game client that you'll be able to enter into the metaverse and start to see your ship assets in real scale. I've dropped in tweets, how exciting it is to see some of the early demos of this. Obviously, we don't want to share any of these demos. We don't want to set a precedent of or kind of an expectation with some of the very rough modeling that takes place in the early development of this process. So we're going to wait until it's far more polished before we reveal any of the showroom components. But it's super exciting just seeing your ships in life-size form. So looking at something like a Pierce X4 as a single-seater space bike versus a capital class ship, and then looking at that against the size of, say, a Titan class ship, right? Where the Titan ship itself, one of the turrets, the artillery on a Titan is nearly as large as the Calico Guardian. It's just amazing to see, and I think it's really going to make apparent the value of the various scales across the universe when these assets are fully released. But we have been working with a team called Spirasoft for the last 3 months. We've been making some significant progress. So that would include, having an operational showroom level in UE5. The artists and engineers are now able to drop ships, as I mentioned, in a test bed and using universal metrics to kind of scale those ships out. The initial visual work is taking shape, and the sense of what the final product for the showroom is and will present is very exciting to see. We have full UX prototypes for the showroom right now. These were demoed internally, and these are actual playable UI demos. So these are, as I said, actually being developed in UE now. So it's in engine, and we on the team are able to walk through and experience what that showroom is going to look like. And then, Pablo mentioned this a little bit in his update, but we did onboard a new audio and music team to do sound effects and the score for the showroom experience itself. So the audio experience is going to be just as immersive and exciting as as the graphical and visual elements of that. On the mini game, I'm kind of reading through some of his updates here live, guys. So let's see. We mentioned a few of these already. I'll get back
Let
to.
me tell you guys that there is a lot in Michael's updates. So I understand, Michael, that you can be a little bit lost here.
Yeah, I'm just you know how things move so quickly, and we were nevertheless there is a lot here, and it's all very exciting. But just going back to kind of the Spearsoft and people that have been asking us about whether or not do we have a full production team working. I can tell you right now, we have 25 people working directly in Unreal Engine just through the Spearsoft team alone, and we continue to scale and grow on that side. And we are scaling and growing as rapidly as we can. I'll give you a quick update on HR in a bit, but the other major updates from Danny include the Pierce Titan is nearing concept completion. So you'll start seeing some concept art come out from that. And I'm not sure, I can't interpret from here, but that might also be undergoing some modeling work in Unreal Engine right now. We have 8 new ships in the full game production art pipeline. And you can view those on the public roadmap. 3 new ship artists onboarding included 2 X-Star Citizen ship modelers and 1 new lead hard surface artist to help manage that pipeline. And then the OPOD is being rigged for animation and interactivity in UE5 control. On the character front, the Punab alien race is now signed off. I'm not sure if we've shared any of the work in progress shots on that, but really cute and really interesting race that's going to be released into the game. Actually, Danny says here that the visuals have not been publicly revealed, but in short order, you guys will start seeing those. And then outfit and customization variants are being produced for all races as well. On the econ front, less exciting, probably part of the update for everyone, but we have completed all of the initial implementation and mechanics of the Star Atlas DAO. So that refers to the staking mechanics. I have mentioned in the past, but effectively there's going to be 4 separate pools that you can contribute your Polis to, which will entitle you to earnings or emissions of Polis. And this will be closely coupled with the release of the governance platform, wherein you'll actually be able to submit proposals and vote on those proposals based on the weight of your Polis holdings. And that would lead to the influence of design changes or feature requests, asset release schedules, and other economic elements across the Star Atlas metaverse. So I'm happy to say that those are done, as well as we have a final signed off version of the economics underlying score now. And that includes all things like storage capacity, consumption rates, earnings potential, and everything that drives essentially the core gameplay mechanics of resource management behind score. And then finally, on HR, it's we are in a high growth period of our company. I've stated previously we want to see 400 to 500 people on our team by approximately this time next year. We currently sit at about 175 people now across all departments, and we're bringing new people on every week. So just in the past 2 weeks, we've hired 17 new people. That's across sound and audio, web devs, Unreal game devs, 3D artists, concept artists, blockchain devs, live and virtual events coordinators. We've brought in-house legal, product managers, and then talent acquisition and additional HR team members. So it's been a action-packed couple of weeks, but that's really it. That's the departmental updates, and Santi,